to your practice. Namaste. My name is Courtney Sunday, and my goal here is to provide some very easy sequences that you can do even if your life is busy and you say that you have no time for yoga. So let's get started with a little sequence for the shoulders, because I find that if I spend my day writing and driving, that my shoulder heads tend to come forward and it becomes harder and harder as the day progresses to bring them back. So let's maybe even start the day out in this way. Begin by closing your eyes just to get a sense of where your shoulders are in space. So try to physically feel them from the front, from the back, from the sides. And without being entirely corrective right in the beginning, just see how you feel within your body, within your head and your neck, your lower body, as a result of where your shoulders physically are in space. Do whatever you feel you need to do to bring some width between the collarbones, to feel the shoulders drop down the back of your body, and to maybe create a feeling of ease and breath through the front of your chest, so that it feels like it can travel all the way down into the pit of your belly. Let's take a deep, deep breath in through the nose. Opening your mouth, letting it out as a sigh. Let go. And let's do that one more time. Breathe in all the way up to the top of your capacity, to your shoulders. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh. Lovely. And then we're going to just let the eyes open. I'm going to start by grabbing onto opposite shoulders with opposite hands. Try to cross at your elbows. Maybe even see if you can grab onto your upper back. From here, lift your elbows up. Feel your shoulders through the back body pull away from one another, and pull your ribs in and back. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, getting a little bit taller. Exhale, shoulders moving back and apart. Inhale, elbows squeezing towards one another. And exhale, softening your tailbone down to the ground. Maybe lifting your arms up a little more as you inhale. And then exhale, let them go. Just try to remember which elbow is on top. I like to do it at this point, and then bring the opposite elbow on top. Same exercise. So a little bear hug. Maybe you can go a little bit further back on the second round, especially if it's first thing in the morning. Taking 3 big breaths. Try to bring your chin back, your head back. Find a feeling of ease in the upper body rather than gripping. Let's finish with one last deep breath in. And then exhale, release those arms. If you're sitting cross-legged, just bring your opposite leg in front. We're going to take our hands behind the back and interlace your fingertips. And if you find this really hard to sit up tall, take a yoga block. Bring it underneath your seat, and then voila, you get a little bit taller. So take your hands behind you, interlace the fingertips, knuckles come down. And then try to wiggle your right shoulder back just as much as your left. Often one shoulder will come a little bit more back than the other. Rather than lifting your arms up and creating congestion, we're going to keep sliding the fingertips down as if we had a bowling ball in our hands. Maybe even feel that there's a little bit of action going on in the wrists. And again, we're just going to pull those floating ribs in and back. Inhale to release the arms, lifting the arms up and over. Drop your shoulders down. Exhale, bring your hands behind the back once again. This time that other thumb, the wonky thumb, comes in front. Draw the fingertips down. And notice the structure of the rest of the body. So as we're orienting the shoulders, what's happening to the pelvis? What's happening to the head? Sometimes we overdo the action of the head moving forward. So move your chin back. Keep your throat slightly closed so that you might be able to cultivate what we call Ujjayi Pranayama. It's a breath with sound. And those fingertips are dropping down, taking the forearms, the upper arms, the shoulders with them. Last breath in. And we exhale and let it go. How does that feel? Okay, so bringing that block away from you, if you do have one underneath your seat, bring your soles of the feet to the floor. Let's bring our hands behind the back and just claw your fingertips down into the floor. Try to bend your elbows. And as you bend your elbows, you're probably going to slump, so lift your chest up in response. Maybe gaze towards the ceiling. Bend your elbows a little bit more. Draw your elbows in towards one another and then straighten, lift the center of your heart. Oh, that's good. Last breath in, bend your elbows. Lift your chest. Let it go. Just take a little moment, close your eyes, see how that feels. Grab onto your knees. You can also grab onto your shins. Inhale, lift your chest. Imagine that you're doing cow position or a nice big arch, a banana back, and then exhale, round your spine. Move the middle part of your spine back behind you, chin towards your chest. Repeat that 4 more times. So we take our inhalation to come up, the shoulders come back, arc in the back. Exhale, we round in, chin towards the chest. Last 3. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Nice. Exhale. Here we go. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let it go. Beautiful job. Releasing that. We're just going to do one more exercise. So cross your legs, bring the hands to the floor. If you have any shoulder issues or wrist issues, you can just end the video here and be done with it. If you do not, let's come into downward facing puppy. So notice how the back might be swaying in this position. Try to fill up the upper back. Fill the space between the shoulders. Try to feel how that engages your abdomen. Keep that. Walk your hands forward. Just look to the space in between your thumbs, and again, fill your back, through the upper back, through the lower back. Try to feel your hip bones squeezing in towards one another. Maybe you can go a little bit further, walking your hands a little further forward. They can come off of the mat. Fill the upper back, fill the middle back. Maybe the head even wants to come down to that space in between the arms or to a block on the floor. If your head is coming down, just try to feel your shoulders from the sides, as if the arm bones were pulling in opposite directions through the upper arms. Press down through your toenails. And from here, maybe just for a little bit, let's start to sag the center of the heart. Heart melting posture, Anahatasana. One last deep breath in. And exhale, release it. Walk your hands back slowly until they're oriented underneath the shoulders. Do a couple shoulder shrugs, roll them out. Good, and then release. Even just small little pockets of time can provide a feeling of ease and openness in our bodies that we didn't have before. So thank you so much for joining me for this first practice. Hope to see you again soon. Namaste.